Hallo Leute, willkommen zur Folge von Doki Doki Blue Skies Mod. Letzte Folge haben wir mit Yuri die Banner fertig gemalt und somit auch die Vorbereitung, die wir mit Yuri eben zu treffen hatten für das Festival. Es ist Festivalzeit auch jetzt. Also ich würde sagen, wir verlieren nicht viel Zeit und legen los. Ich glaube, so viel wird wahrscheinlich nicht sein, weil es wird immer die gleiche Diskussion wahrscheinlich sein. Und alles, Ablauf und was auch immer. Aber ich würde sagen, so. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Und da war es auch schon mit dem neuen Text. Skip. Ah, I put down the banner I'm holding and grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Was war's auch schon? Ah, just then, Natsuki burst into the room carrying a box that positively towers over her. Yuri tails in behind, clutching at a large duffel bag nervously. Alright, okay. Und, okay, das wird, glaube ich, ganz viel von diesen Momenten sein. Natsuki unpacks the box to reveal 4 trays of cupcakes stacked carefully on top of each other. Kazuma? I jump at the sudden outburst. Yes? Help me lay out these cupcakes. Then if you wouldn't mind. Sayo, can you help me with these? Yuri gestures at her bag, which Sayo nods cheerfully. I help Natsuki with her cupcakes while Yuri and Sayori start putting up decorations. Meanwhile, Monika continues putting down pamphlets. It isn't long before Natsuki has carefully arranged her cupcakes in neat formation. Each cupcake is topped with white icing and some kanji written in a variety of different colored frostings. Wow, these look really good. Great idea to make them literature to club theme as well, Natsuki. Yeah, that was a good idea, huh? I wrote down words that specifically had to do with poetry and our poems too. She picks up a cupcake to show me. See, this one says create. Ah, isn't that the kanji for use? As Natsuki furiously checks over the rest of her cupcakes to look for more miswritten characters, I glance over at Sayo and Yuri. Yuri's on the floor painting her inspirational quote on the banner in white paint. I guess she figured out where I put the banner herself. Meanwhile, Sayo's hanging up the kanji curtain in the doorway and it's puzzling over the essential oil setup. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends? Ooh. Yes, it's a quote by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Seems like a pretty fitting quote. Yes, I thought that would summarize our experience in the club quite well. I've been for the leveling, so if you wouldn't mind, Kazuma. That is, could you help me hold my chair steady as I pin this up? Of course. Yuri pulls her chair to the front of the classroom, climbs onto it, tethering it slightly. She grips the banner tightly in her hands as she reaches up to attach it to the wall. The chair gives a threatening wobble, but luckily I managed to steady it. It's okay, Yuri, I got you. You don't have anything to worry about. Thank you. Is it just me or does she look like she's starting to blush now? Yeah, this is a bisschen aus. I feel my cheeks began to heat up as well. I didn't say anything weird, did I? When I help her down from the chair after she's finished, she looks more bashful than ever. Man, how do I always make things awkward? Und skip. Okay. Das scheint relativ, also der Hauptteil vom Event scheint relativ gleich zu sein. Das ist mal gut zu wissen. Ja, das ist dann, wo alles dreckig ist, Streit, blablabla. Hier haben wir uns für Natsuki das erstmal entschieden. Ich würde dafür sagen, einfach mal zu schauen, was passiert. Nehmen wir mal Monika. Something tells me this is going to make me very unpopular with Natsuki. I brace myself what's going to come next. Natsuki, come on. You know better than I do that Monika loves this club. It's only natural she wanted to share it with the rest of the school. Ah, seriously? You're actually taking her side? I can't believe this. No, it's not like that. I'm not taking her side. It's just... That's exactly what you're trying to do, Kazuma. Don't try and backpedal. Natsuki, that's what I need to say. He's just... Oh, of course you're jumping to his aid. Shut up, Monika. Monika looks fierce, and for a moment I think Natsuki has finally gone too far. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath, eventually trying to contain her anger. Jeez, Natsuki, don't you think that was a little out of order? You didn't have to shout at her. What would you know? You haven't been here for 5 days. Why is everyone making me out to be the bad guy here? Remember when Monika said she made sure people weren't going to be rude during our performances? Wow, congratulations, you did a fantastic job with that. I mean, it's not like I want wolf whistle at Yuri or anything. Was it? Some enforcer you were. Her bitter sarcastic tirade continues, each point worsening the atmosphere. I'm the only one who can see this for what it is. It's just Monika trying to use the club to boost her popularity. And it sickens me. You think we're all just, what, some sort of pawns for you? Explains why you didn't even consider how reluctant we all were to do this, or why you let everyone just walk all over us. Natsuki, you're just being ridiculous now. Why would I want to hurt all of us? That's not exactly been easy on me either. Natsuki lets out a snort of derision. What would you of all people know about life being hard? Monica blinks, looking like she's been slapped. It's easy for you, Monica. If you was the queen of the school, everyone liking you, all that crap. You have such a perfect life and all. Never having to defend your interests. Never having anyone ridicule for things you like. I should class with those assholes, and you know, and you can bet they're gonna have a lot of fun telling everyone else about how much of a loser we all are. And guess what? It's all because of you. I can practically hear the venom dripping from her words at this point. It's absolutely horrible. Face it. Sorry would be a better president that you could ever be. And with that, a sickening silence falls into the room once more, and as their sound vanguards is going with the station. But this time, it's a million times worse. The Friar Natsuki's eyes is blazing, and quiet sobs can be heard from Yuri. Sarah is miserably hugging herself, looking completely lost for words. Monica's wearing a stony expression on her face, looking both enraged and heartbroken. The whole club waits for her reply to the bombshell Natsuki just dropped on her. But without a word, Monica turns on her heel and walks out the door, the impact of Natsuki's words hanging in the air behind her. No one knows what to say. For a few moments, the heavy silence remains. You all exchange looks, Yuri's meekly wiping her eyes on her sleeve, and Sarah standing around awkwardly. Natsuki, on the other hand, is refusing to meet anyone's gaze. She looks like she's regretting her words a little bit. Guys? Please, can we make sure that never happens again? It was awful. That was horrible to experience, to say the least. Without Monica to restore order and keep things going, the club suddenly feels very aimless and disorganized. Natsuki, I know you're angry, but can you please find Monica and apologize? But please, I know you're feeling a bit guilty of what you said. After all, you were a bit mean. Natsuki grumbles something under her breath. Nah, it's okay. I'll go and find Monica. No offense, Natsuki, but I don't think she particularly wants to see you right now. I wince as the words leave my mouth. Therefore, there's probably a more diplomatic way of saying it. Natsuki glares at me. Fine. As I turn to leave, I silently motion to Yuri and Soya to try and talk to Natsuki. Soya nods and Yuri nervously swallows. Now, where would Monica go? She would probably want somewhere quiet where she could be by herself, right? Which rules out the classroom, the courtyard, and the cafeteria. The only two places coming to mind are the girls' toilets or the rooftop. Well, I'm hoping it isn't the girls' toilets. I make my way over to the staircase that leads up to the top, thinking about how this conversation is going good to go. Would she even want to talk to me? She didn't even say anything as she left. Was she that upset? Although, given what Natsuki said, I really wouldn't blame Monica. Guess there's only one way to find out. There's a door at the top of the stairs, which opens to the rooftop. Bracing myself, I put my hand on the cool steel door handle and push the door open. Man, the view up here really is something. I shiver as the wind cuts through my blazer. It's a cold and desolate place, a fitting setting for what just happened. I look around, and there she is, leaning slightly over the barriers at the edge of the rooftop, face turned away from me. Not a peep sounds from her, not even when the wind slams the door behind me closed. Monica? No answer. I slowly approach her, making as little as noise possible in some illogical attempt to not scare her. Wait, entschuldigt. You looked pretty upset, so I thought I'd come find you. I tail off, mentally berating myself at how weak that must have sounded. She stays completely still as I slide up to her side, leaning on the railing so that I can see her face. I don't know what I expected, but her expression is oddly calm. Monica? Beautiful view, isn't it? Yeah, you could say that. Is that the reason you came up here? It's part of it. On days like these, the wind and the eternally stretching blue sky make me feel like I can go anywhere. It feels freeing. There's something comforting in the possibility of getting swallowed up by that blue. Being able to simultaneously take control and lose control. Monica, I know that you're obviously not okay, but I'm not asking if you're okay to know if you're okay. I'm going to ask you if okay, so you can choose to talk to me about whatever if you want to give you an opportunity to open up. So, are you okay? A thin smile appears on her face. Progress? That's sweet of you, Kazuma. To be honest, I didn't expect you to have any tact at all. Me neither. Did you expect that I'd be crying up here? Contemplating suicide on something? Don't worry, I wouldn't do it just because of the festival. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to cry it out. You know, I actually thought that I would cry at first. But maybe I'm all cried out. I guess I've come to terms with all the things that Natsuki said already. She says such weighty words so casually. What Natsuki said wasn't true, Monica. I think that you're a fantastic president. I hastened to try to give less empty words after she arched an eyebrow at me. I'm not just saying that to cheer you up either. Remember what I said to you before the festival, during your little pep talk? She faintly nods. Well, I'm not gonna reiterate it anyway because it's important you're aware of how much I mean it. Thank you. For everything. Took me in when I really needed it. Remember how I said earlier that I've been feeling lonely? She nods again. Well, that's how things have been for me recently. I haven't seen much of my parents lately, and most of my days I spent alone. All of that changed when I joined your club. You were also friendly and welcoming. Not once did you ever turn me away because I wasn't a poet. I mean, between you and me, I know my poems weren't the greatest. You have a lot of potential, Kazuma. I did like your poems. Well, I'm glad you think so, but anyway, that's beside the point. You accepted me for who I was, and who was willing to help me. And more importantly, you created something that 3 other girls held dear to their hearts. Definitely the sign of a good president, if you ask me. Monica looks down for a moment, as if composing herself, and then meets my eye with a smile. Thank you, Kazuma. It really means a lot. Like I said earlier, hearing all of this from a newcomer really does make me believe I fit the goals I set for myself. All I wanted was to create a little haven that people could call home, no matter their writing ability. Well, take it for someone who joined only a few days ago then. You definitely succeeded. Also, had you not made this club, I would never have gotten to meet you and Natsuki, or been able to hang out with Zoe again. Nor would I have gotten to get to know you better either, and that would be a real shame, eh? I playfully nudge her, receiving a nudge back. This past week has probably been the happiest I've ever been in a long, long time. And it's all thanks to you. We share a smile, one that I'm now sure is completely genuine on Monica's part. I don't know really what to say. It's okay, seriously. I just want you to know how I felt. Anyway, Natsuki was a bit out of order with her words, but honestly, I don't think she meant it. I guess tensions were just running really high, and you know better than I do how fiery she can be. Yeah, I know she was just really upset, but hearing those words, it hit pretty deep, you know. I tried telling myself not to take her words too hard because I knew she was just upset. What was that line about Sarah being a better president? I don't know why it got under my skin so much. It was just spite, Monica. People say awful things that they don't mean when they're upset. Sarah and Yuri are talking to her now, and I get the feeling she wants to apologize, but just doesn't know how to. Oh, well, that's definitely something Natsuki needs to work on. By the way, thank you for making the effort to find me. It really means a lot. I'm suddenly struck by the situation I'm in. Here I am, alone with one of the most attractive popular girls of school having a heart-to-heart. Probably a situation most of the other guys in the school would kill to be in. My face heats up a little as I process the heartfelt, rather vulnerable scene we're both in. You're welcome, Monica. Nothing to thank me for. I sheepishly scratched the back of my neck. We should go and find the others, though. Don't want them to worry on anything. But das grad? Nee, das war okay, das war mir alles gut. So. We sent up and make our way back to the door. I hope so. It wasn't exactly nice to be told you have this perfect life and that you never experienced any difficulties. As we make our way back to the club, I just hope Zoe and Yui were able to talk some sense into Natsuki. Last thing we need is another argument. So, she's silent as we wordlessly make our way back to the classroom. We finally arrive. I squeeze her shoulder as she takes a deep breath and walks in. They're back! Yuri and Zoe hurry over to us, looking worriedly at Monica. Meanwhile, Natsuki remains standing off to the side by herself, arms folded. Hey guys, I'm alright, really. Taking some time outside really helped clear my head, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Not to mention, Kazuma was a real help too. I'm relieved. It was a frightening prospect to consider losing our club president. Yeah, and now that everyone's calmed down, we can talk things out. Natsuki, why don't you come join us? Fine. She drags her feet as she makes her way over to us. I noticed Monika's fidgeting with the hem of her skirt and smiled reassuringly at her. Okay, so I am here. Natsuki's eyes stared up to meet Monika's verdict for just a second. So, there's an awkward silence as Natsuki's voice trails away. Sorry raises her eyebrow at her, causing the smaller girl to return with a glare. I think what Natsuki means to say is that she just said all those things in the heat of the moment. A crime of passion, as it were. Hey, jeez, I can't speak for myself, okay? She says that, but... Alright, I'm just gonna get this over with. What I want to say was that I didn't mean it when I said that you were a bad president. I mean, I guess it's pretty clear that you care a lot about the club. So he nods vigorously at her, edging her on. It's just that those jerks pissed me off so much that I blurted out random things and needed to vent. Well, I won't lie. It does seem like you always get special treatment because we're so popular, Monika. But then again, I wouldn't know what you have to go through. You're on a totally different level from the rest of us. Natsuki? Anyway, that's all I guess. I've seen you as a friend, and I hope that you'll still be able to see me as one too. There's tension in the air once again as we anxiously wait for Monika's response. Natsuki shifts back and forth on her feet, looking like she almost wants to run away from the scene. Thank you for saying that. I'm not going to lie either. Your comment doubting my presidency hurt. It's definitely not true though. You're a great president, Monika. Yeah, you brought us all together. Without you, we wouldn't have become friends, and I wouldn't have been introduced to the world of poetry. I agree. It's an amazing feeling to be able to talk to like-minded individuals. Yeah, as far as presidents go, you could definitely do worse. And so, what if you nudge us into the festival? I guess it's only normal for the president of all people to want the club to go. Ah, thanks, guys. I guess that after all, I have no choice but to accept Natsuki's apology, eh? I mean, it would be really great if you could. That's certainly an understatement. We all turn to look at Yuri, surprised at the glimpse of a humorous side to her. Did I say something strange? Oh, Yuri, you're so funny. Another breath I've been subconsciously holding. It seems like everything's turned out well in the end. Or at least as well as they can, given the circumstances. Okay, everyone. And with that catchphrase, everything seems alright in the world once again. I totally forgot to mention this, but we still need to clean up everything. I'm sure that with all of us working together though, it won't take that long to do. I'm assuming everyone's just going to skip the festival and go home after this? I'm pretty tired after all that stuff that just happened. As am I. Same here. I wish I could leave too, but I have a shift in my class cafe after this. It's right though, everyone get moving then so you can all go home. Everyone starts cleaning up the room, myself included. Yuri and Natsuki start picking up the essential oil setup and cupcake trays respectively. Meanwhile, Sir, Monika and I pick everything left on the ground and desks. It's like we're erasing all trace that the festival ever happened in here. Although, I can't help but think that there's still lingering tension in the air, despite Monika's cheery expression. I have a feeling that Monika might just be putting the club before herself in this case. But the only thing I can do now is hope that everyone will feel better tomorrow. It'll be pretty nice to get home from school early for a change and be able to relax. Although now that I think about it, I really only have anime and video games to look forward to. I guess everything that's happened today is going to be plaguing my mind tonight. Okay. Das scheint das Ende des Festivals zu sein. Oh, wer hätte es gedacht? Und sonst mehr nicht? Morning already? Oh ja. Okay. Ich würde sagen, wir hören hier auf. Eine kurze, knackige Folge mit dem Festival komplett drin. Und hier in der Bibliothek geht es weiter, wo wir wahrscheinlich auf Yuri treffen, nehme ich mal an. Oder auf Natsuki, weil Englisch trifft man hier auf Natsuki, glaube ich, wenn ich richtig liege. Ich weiß nicht mehr, oder was, Monika? Ach, keine Ahnung mehr. Das sehen wir auf jeden Fall. Auf jeden Fall dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns dann in der nächsten Folge. Und ja, das war's dann, ne? Tschüss!